What up, what up, what up? How's it going, YouTube? What's going on, Team Fitted? What's going on, y'all? What's up, Sky? What's going on, Kentucky Colin? What's going on, Big Rob? What's going on, brothers? Good to see you guys checking in. Worst Collection Wednesdays. It is hump day, and your boy is back at it. I am the terrible one. Worst collector ever, Joe Lamantia. And this is Worst Collection Wednesdays, only on TFTV, Team Fitted TV, where the caps are. So got kind of a basic show today. Nothing too crazy. I'm going to talk about a few things that I saw sale-wise, not just caps, just in general. One I just saw here maybe half hour, maybe an hour ago. A few things that I saw earlier today, stuff like that. We've got an interesting question for worst advice ever. You guys are getting a little bit better at wording these, so I'm going to have to come with a little bit of a better advice. Leon, yeah, you want minorities. You're going to have to wait for another Sky episode. I know he prompted that I was going to be counting down minorities or like the best to the worst or ranking them or something. I'm not touching that. You're going to have to go to Sky's channel for that. Sky, when you get a show, you can do that one. Maybe I'll call in as a special guest, or maybe I'll show up for the first show or something. But I'm definitely not getting myself involved in racial epithets, and I got enough problems, and I think probably worse about myself than anybody else. I'm on Sky. Atlanteans are the worst. Big Rob, I hate Georgia based on their police officers there. I've never been harassed like I've been harassed in Georgia as far as tickets go. So not to say like some states weren't bad. There were a couple that come to mind, but Atlantis. I thought you meant Atlanta. I was like, okay, Atlanteans. That sounds right. Big Rob, Atlantis, yes. Motherfuckers are holding on to all of that gold and shit underwater or whatever with Atlantis. Atlantis would be fresh to visit. Sky Magruder says that they refer to the people from Atlantis as at Altuve. I can't even pronounce that. Atuluvians? Could be. Colin, yeah. I try to stay honest. I know that you're not a big fan of Georgia, being from Lexington there, and just with the SEC stuff, I think that would probably bring up some. Although that's not like major rival or anything, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know who Donovan is. Maybe I'm out of the loop. I never even heard of Donovan. Is it a band or is it a guy? Sky's got mad knowledge. If y'all don't know Sky, dude is super smart, like shockingly smart. To not to say like you look dumb or anything like that, but like you drop knowledge and like have way deeper caverns of intelligence than I do. But yeah, speaking of knowledge, school sucks. Anybody who's going to college in their mid-30s, you all know what I'm talking about. It sucks ass, and I'm so sick of dealing with kids and morons. What's up, Marin? How you doing? One of the first ladies of Team Fitted checking in with us tonight. Yeah, we're just kind of riffing, not really getting into anything too quickly, it doesn't appear. But yeah, welcome to the house party. We'll just hang out here for a little bit and bullshit. We've been talking about the lost city of Atlantis. You should read the comments. They're pretty great. But yeah, we should be on. I do have a question for worst advice ever. Like I said, you guys are starting to word them better, or at least like put in like boundaries. So I kind of have to go a little bit. I might have to get a little bit interesting here. Colin says the weekend is only one dude, and there are multiple days in a weekend, and that's dumb. I agree. I don't understand why there's no 30. But I don't. That's neither here nor there. Okay, so question. Let me pull this thing up. Somebody asked me, "Your worst collector ever?" My family is always making fun of me for wearing flat brim fitteds. How can I handle this situation? And then in parentheses, we're like, without murdering them? Question mark. Okay, so worst advice ever. Without murdering them. Gee, I would probably say threats could go a long way, but I would definitely say something like, maybe like some 1984, like strap them to a chair and pin their eyelids open and make them watch like nothing but old New Era videos of like Lane Carter and shit, and just make them like mentally abuse them into it. That might be worse than murder, though, honestly. To be like completely brainwashed. But yeah, that would be my number one advice for you people that are asking me questions about making your family love fitteds. Honestly, there's probably some better ideas. If anybody has some good ideas for that worst advice ever segment, my heart's not in it. I'm tired. Like, I'm just beat. Today was another 12-hour day, and Wednesdays was not the right day this fall for me, like, to do all this shit. So, what's going on, Jeff? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. We're just kind of talking about how to make family, at least I think, appreciate flat brim caps. I think probably my best advice would be try to rock colors and teams that they like. Probably like honest advice. I know like my family's not huge on it, but when I go to see certain people in my family, I'll wear a certain color, I'll wear a certain logo, and I know that they'll just be like, "Oh, well, that cap is nice, but in general, your caps suck," and I'll just be like, "Nah, whatever." But that's probably like my honest advice would just be like, try to have a wide enough, and most of us that collect especially have wide enough collections to where it just gets, I mean, you've got stuff. So, but yeah, if I would say that, and not only that, but like I wouldn't worry too much about it. Your family will probably be the ones to roast you the most about it, but they'll also be the ones that probably care the least because they know you and they really can't get rid of you anyway. So I would say that would probably be my best advice. What up, Big B? What's going on? Thanks for joining the party. We're about 10 minutes in, so kind of a chill night. I wanted to talk about a few things before I go too off base here. So last week I showed a cap that I got on by mistake. So I ordered the Venom all over cap, which if you heard the story last week, if you haven't, go watch that episode. It's a pretty funny story. But yeah, so I ended up ordering that and a mystery cap. The mystery cap that they sent me was not. It was supposed to be a size 1/2 because I'm more of like a 1/2 5/8 in between. And then I go a size up for big faces most of the time. So I ordered the Venom big face in a 3/4, and I got the mystery cap in a half. And the one they sent me was like a 3/4, and it was like a Detroit Pistons Captain America cap. I showed it last week. It had like glue stains on the underbill, and so I was like really disappointed, right? Like I was like, first off, this isn't my size, so I'm sending it back, and you guys are gonna send me a new one. But I thought they were gonna send me something of similar. I don't want to say similar suckiness because it probably. I mean, like that Detroit Pistons cap was not bad. The Captain America colors look good with the Pistons colors, and it wasn't a bad cap, but it wasn't my cap. It wasn't something I wanted, and so I ended up sending it back, and I ended up getting this one in the mail, which is also my size. And let me say, I am super thankful to Superhero Stuff for this one. Nothing super special, but just kind of something old. It's the Professor X, Xavier Institute cap with the blanket style underbrim. Back patch is the X-Men patch. And it's got like this rubberized logo. Like if you can see it, obviously it sticks out, and it's rubber. Like it's hardcore. But yeah, I think that this was from like the first X-Men movie. I'm not too sure, but I know it's been a while. Colin, yeah, I will tell that story. I actually have some of those sitting here. I could tell that story. But I'll tell that next then. But yeah, so I got this in the mail, and I was super happy. So shout out to Superhero Stuff. Real quick, if you guys aren't in the Superhero Stuff Facebook group, I'll drop some knowledge. Obviously, I tried to tip the hand on the Deadpool cap before it got shown off at New York's Comic-Con, where they went on sale first. They're up on Superhero Stuff now. I really like the underbrim. It's more of like a masky material. So, yeah, Deadpool cap. I tried to tip the hand on. If you got the clues, congratulations. If you guessed what it was, but yeah. So tomorrow they are supposed to drop because they're under new management, which I think some of us knew already. But they're apparently going to re-release a hat from that was only available in a collector's box previously. So I'm guessing, I'm not 100%, but I would guess it would probably be Wolverine. I don't know for sure on this one. Your guess is as good as mine. But if it came from one of the collector boxes and that's the one that they're going to tip, I would guess it would probably be Wolverine. The Wolverine big face with the hair thingies, I guess. I'm just reading the comments now, and I'm just like, holy fuck, like shit is going crazy in the comments. I'm glad though. This is how it should be. I like the show when it kind of just, you guys just throw a party in the comments and just show up. We'll have some fun. I'll read some of this shit because it just makes me laugh. Michael Myers says, are we ranking our favorite minorities yet? No, I'm not touching that one. You were a little bit late, but I'm going to leave that one to Sky for when Sky does his first show. He can do that one. And we're going to get thrown out. We'll get thrown out with class. Sky's cracking on Mikey. I'm not even going to go back and forth. Colin, I'm not touching that. Jeff says, did I hear about the guy who played Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch retired today from Sesame Street? Any other Sesame Street hats? So I do have an Oscar cap, but I heard it's fake. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. It's just got like the Oscar eyes, and it doesn't look great. I mean, I think it looks fine from the outside. I bought it on eBay. But I have that. I have, man, I know I have, I think 2 Cookie Monster caps. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, there's a couple, Jeff, that I do have that are not my logo hat. Not that, well, you guys probably can't see that one. I'm not messing with the camera this week. I learned that last week. Don't touch the camera while it's hanging. But yeah, I kind of like this setup too. I think I might do more of these shows, Colin, where it's kind of just public forum. Let's just bullshit and get to know each other. That's what like this was all supposed to be about. Was just kind of like getting people to kind of bullshit and get to know each other in like a live forum. But yeah, so Mikey says Halloween is tomorrow. You mean the movie comes out, right? Like that's what you're getting at. Yeah, that's I know you're stoked for it. I've seen your mask. Mikey bought the Mikey Myers mask. So that's dope. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see the movie. I'm the commercials look dope, and I would like to see. I think this might be the last one. I don't know if they're gonna just kind of reboot it, or I mean, you got to assume he'll probably live still, but like, are they gonna make another one of these movies? Everybody's getting up in age. So this might be the last hurrah for Halloween, which is sad because it's like one of my favorite, maybe my favorite period Halloween movie. Mikey thinks that they're gonna kill each other. Yeah, that could be. They could kill each other, and just like end it like one happy ending. Like yeah, that would be a good ending. I wouldn't mind that. So yeah, so before I get too far off topic, superhero stuff is dropping a box or a hat tomorrow, and they said that they're going to be releasing a lot more caps from New Era. So we'll see. I don't know if that means they're going to do more like they're going to do more of the totally lost my the big face caps, or are they gonna just kind of just go with it and be like whatever? Yes, guy, you might have been better off without video. I know I got a face for radio, so but yeah, oh yeah, cap of the day, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde Halloween edition. As you can tell from tags, those old blue tags, I would probably put this 2009. Somebody will know. Maybe 2000. I would say between 2009 2011. This came out, one of the Halloweens. Somebody will know. Somebody look it up. I am not looking it up. It's not tonight's show. But yeah, so I wanted to drop that. So if you're not in that group and you're into superhero caps, there might be a cap tomorrow. I'm not sure what it'll be, but I would guess that it'll probably be that Wolverine cap again. I can't see them. I can't see them changing it up. You thought what was a Snow White hat? Myers, this one? They thought this was Snow White? I don't know which one. Was it a Hatland release? No, this was not a Hatland release. I mean, they probably released it at Hatland, but no, this was just a general release cap for one of the holidays. I'm not sure which distributor. I bought it off eBay, and that's a whole other story for another day. I've told it on this before, but that caused a huge problem with Luis telling me about it and Team Fitted, and it pissed off a whole bunch of people. Not really a whole bunch of people, but one person in particular, and then a couple people wanted to bandwagon ride. But for the most part, yeah, that's why if you're in Facebook and you want access to the super secret eBay listings page where we just kind of post, and nobody really posts a ton of stuff, but People throw up on there like sales stuff and whatnot, instead of putting it up in Team Fitted and taking any flack for blowing somebody's vibe. Yeah, no, Sky, I don't think I have any technical problems anymore with the actual webcam. I think the webcam has worked out pretty well. You guys let me know. If the webcam seems janky, I can always go back to the phone. But I thought the phone was kind of hit or miss. And I think the quality is better on this. Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about Lids. Has apparently they're selling those grungy gentleman caps. They've already been on sale site. They're back to regular price now, but I couldn't believe how quick those things hit a sale. I think it was yesterday, or 2 days ago. Yeah, see, some people are saying that they've been having problems, and then other people say that they don't have any issues. So, my bad. If it's on my end, I'll try to fix it. But I try to invest in better equipment to like kind of make the show a little bit better. One of these days, I'm gonna reprint off. Like, I'm gonna get myself like a laminated nice sign that actually fits the screen and shit, and it's gonna be dope. And then I won't like, maybe I'll put it on a stick and I won't have to hold it up. It'll be dope. Like, but until then, I'm just gonna go low quality and just kind of do it this way. You think it was a mistake? Big B says you think it was a mistake. What was a mistake? Coming to YouTube or? Oh, going on sale. Okay, yeah. All right, that's the. I don't know what Grungy Gentleman is. I'm assuming it's a brand. I've never heard of it before. Whenever these caps went on sale, if you haven't seen them, they're on Lids. They basically have like a bunch of lines on the one panel, the one side panel. They're like 40 or 45 bucks. They're expensive, like not super expensive, but a little bit high. And I don't know. I'm not that impressed with them. I was surprised that they were on sale. They do have some cool script NBA caps that are on sale now, but they're all light colored, and I can't do light colors. I try to stay away. But yeah, I'm trying to pitch Lids at least a little bit because Lids has some cool stuff, but I wasn't really wowed when I went through their stuff. Also, here's like a not a necessarily. Colin, keep us posted. I'll read the updates. Astros are down to their last 3 outs, so we'll see if the Astros can pull one out here. Otherwise, go to the Red Sox. $57 in Canada, Big B. Wow, for those grungy gentleman caps. That's crazy. What's going on, John? How you doing? Yeah. But yeah, so Lids has had that stuff going on. I did take a look at Hat Club before this, and Hat Club has a few caps that, like, first off, they must have found a extra thing of stock of tiger camo, because I think they've got about 20 caps up there with tiger camo on them. And I don't know where the tiger, like, that was a material I saw 4 or 5 years ago. That was, I remember Kicks Hawaii did a Chuck Taylor in them, and I think that was the first time I saw it. And then it was used a little bit, and then it kind of went away. But yeah, there's like a ton of that coming out. I saw a Florida Marlins half and half. I don't know if anybody's seen this. If you haven't seen it, pull up Hat Club. I wish I could like pull it up and show it to you guys because it's so bizarre. So like half of the cap is fucking floral, and then the other half of the cap is that tiger camo. And that I at first I thought it was just 6 different panels of different material, but no, it's like half and half. So I don't know. I like it because it's different and it's something like, at least you try to do something. but it's so weird. Like, it's just one of those caps that I'm like, that's like an attention pull. Like, that's like, if I wore that, I'd be like, what the fuck? Let's see. 2013, 2014 lids carried some Tiger camo stuff. Yeah, I want to say the Chucks came out maybe in 2011, 2012. And then, yeah, I know that lids carried some because MLB made some, blah, blah, blah. TJ says he's going to go grab it when it goes on sale. I'm assuming you're talking about the split, the half and half one. Or maybe are you talking about the Detroit Tigers one that you're going to get? Tell us, TJ. But yeah, let's see. Myers. TJ was talking about the split one. Yeah, it's a bizarre cap. I would say it might be a nice ad just to put in the collection and just kind of, you might wear it, you might not. I don't ever want to say I couldn't pull something off, because then I buy something and I get it and I'm like, oh, I can wear this, and I end up wearing it. But I gives very little fucks. If I like an outfit, I'll just put it on, and that's kind of how I roll. Myers says, did I see your floral Miami hat that you posted in the comments on that post? What the fuck? Yes. I don't know. I don't remember, to be honest with you. Sorry, Mikey. I probably have seen it. I've seen a lot of your caps. But I don't remember. I'll have to check it out, to be honest with you. I'm not positive. But yeah, I saw that. There was another cap. I'm trying to think about what other cap there was. I think it was on my laptop. Hang on, give me a second. I want to say it was at Hat Club, and it was something that came out not super recently, but recently enough. Where are you, caps? Here we go. Dionic Danny. Speaking of Danny, Dionic brand, I think he said he's going to drop like 44 caps this year. That's crazy to me, man. Like, shout out to Danny. I know he's doing his thing, killing it. Like, just from a custom standpoint, the way he went from like, I'm just going to do this for fun and like do it for the people that, I mean, it wasn't like a huge, like the way that it started so organically is so awesome to me. I don't know how any other way to put it. The other cap I was thinking of was this. Have you seen the Dodgers sunset cap with the circle with the LA in it? I'm not an LA. I mean, I'm a White Sox fan. So, but I mean, that's a nice clean cap. I couldn't think of what I was thinking of before. I know Hat Club, if you weren't paying attention, they dropped a new cap. Well, like a new cap, a restock cap, basically. Every hour for 8 hours or 10 hours or something like that on Saturday. I don't remember how many hours. A lot. I really like the Timber Rattlers Bratz hat. The dude with carrying out the plates of Bratwurst. I think that's a hilarious cap. And I might pick that up later down the line. I know the Riverside Pilots got restocked. I'm trying to see here what else was released. Yeah, a lot of this shit. Here, I might be able to show you guys this. This might actually work. Hang on. Let me pull it up if it'll open. So if you didn't see this cap, let's see if I can do this. That is the cap I'm talking about. So it's like half floral, half tiger camel. That shit is just very bizarre to me. Fucking weird. And I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't. It's very weird. Yeah, we can talk about the Japan releases. Fuck yeah. So Japan has dropped a couple Pokemon, a new Pokemon caps. If you've been hanging out for and been watching the Japanese releases. There have been Pokemon releases for a while, obviously. Not the first release, but like they put out one with like the legendary birds. So it's like the Moltres and the Articuno and Zapdos. Yeah. So they put out that one. They put out the like half Pokeball one, which to me is very interesting. I kind of want to see it in person. It's a New Era Japan release, so I know I probably will not order them. They're out of my price range at the moment, and I'm not trying to drop crazy money on one cap. But that one was interesting. I know that there was a re-release of the Ash Ketchum cap, which was cool. I have a couple different. I have like the Cleveland one, which was I think a Threads for Heads custom release, which is like the Cleveland C, and it looks close, but it's not the same. And then I believe it might have been Hatland that put out the official looking, closer looking Ash Ketchum cap. But I haven't gotten any, like, I didn't get any of the Pokemon big faces. I kind of regret that. I would have kind of liked to get the Snorlax one, but it was just kind of out of my price range right now, so I wasn't. I'm cheap. But yeah, there's a lot of good cap. The Leon's talking about the 51s cap on Hat Club. Yeah, that was a really good cap. In fact, that I think they're on clearance now because I want to say LA is changing that team. They're not going to be the 51s anymore, and the Alien isn't going to be there. So I want to, if I remember correctly, maybe like a month and a half ago when the season was ending, somebody was at one of their games and they were like $10 or $15, which was cool. What else? Marlon's talking about the Cleveland one is fire. Cleveland cap on Hat Club? Is that what you're talking about? I haven't seen that one yet. I'm not a Cleveland fan. Let me just put it. Being from Chicago, I don't necessarily have huge. Oh, the space ones from Japan. Yeah, we could talk about that. I totally forgot. Thank you, Leon, for keeping me on task here. So there was a space collection from New Era Japan that just got released, and I haven't seen the NASA cap. I think that'll be the one I'll probably hold out for, and if I can get it, I'll get it. But they did come out with this dope ass cap today, and if you haven't seen it, try to Google it, or maybe you'll send me a message that you want to see it. I'll get you a picture. But it's basically it's the moon material. So if you've seen the moon, there was a 3M moon design a while ago. But it's got like the Apollo. Is it Apollo 2 or Apollo 11? I don't remember. Whatever patch is on the front of it. I think it's Apollo 11. But Leon says it's Apollo 11, so thank you. Yes. We'll go with that then. Marlon, the Cleveland Ash Ketchum cap. Yeah, that was from Threads for Heads. That was actually like I think the first one, if that makes sense. Like before, I mean, obviously that's not an original design. It's just something I think people wanted, and Threads for Heads beat by virtue of going the Cleveland custom cap route, kind of beat people to the punch on that. Yeah, Sky is dropping knowledge. If you want to know about the patch, Sky can probably tell you about it. But it's a dope cap. I don't know if it's 3M. I don't know if it's reflective, but nonetheless, it's a really nice cap. There was some weird fucking other ones too. I didn't really look too close. Colin, at least it's not Dayton. Yeah, fuck Dayton. No, I mean inside joke. With Colin, which goes back probably 17, 18 years now. Fuck, we're old, man. I'm old. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about that. I also wanted to talk about. I got to tell the Queen of the Courts. So a week or two ago, a company that I shop with called Feet Socks, FEAT Socks. They put out a box thing, like a 10-pack of socks for $20 plus shipping, which was $5.95, right? And I had a $10 off coupon, so I bought 2 of them, like for whatever, 10, $15, right? So I get these socks finally, like it's not that long. Like I shouldn't complain. They shipped them, and I'm sure that they were busy. But they shipped them, and I got a whole bunch of these like no-show socks. I don't know if you guys have, like, the ones that kind of like are supposed to say, these do not fit people with big feet. Like they just stretch on the sides, and I end up they end up at like the toe box of my shoe, like every time I wear these things. So I don't know. I might just like give them away or, donate them or something. But that was not the thing that bothered me the most. So the thing that bothered me the most was they sent me these socks, right? And I'm not going to open them, but they say fucking Queen of the Court on them. Like you can kind of see it here, and it's like got like the crown, right? And it says Queen of the Court. What the fuck am I going to do with these, yo? Like Queen of the Court. At least like ask gender and be like, because like I got like 2 or 3 of them that say King of the Court. Right? And I was like, okay, cool. Like, if you would have just sent me those, I'm not super excited about them, but at least I could be like, okay, they don't say Queen of the Court on them. What the fuck? Like, Colin says that I'm a queen and not to sell myself short. Yeah, I can be a queen, I guess, sometimes, but not in this reality. But yeah, like Leon says, if I can't match the socks, it's not a matter of matching them. It's just like they say Queen on them. Like, so yeah, like here's the red ones, Queen of the Court. So I'll show you the king ones. They're the same fucking sock. They just say king on them, right? Yeah. These are the King of the Court ones. They say king of the court. Awesome, right? If you would have asked me male or female, I could have told you and you could have just sent them. But no, you send me half and half, which is like, it's like tying. Like I don't want to fucking do any of that shit. Like, so I don't know. I know I'm going to donate a couple of them. I'll give them away. But it was a good gamble for $20. I think I spent like $25 total on the whole deal. Not a huge deal. Yeah, I'm not giving away any socks because I'm not good. I would give away the shit on the show, but I suck at fucking boxing things up. And especially with like school and everything, there's no time. Like I'm shocked I have time to do this show every week and I haven't given it up yet. But that's only because I love doing this. Like I have so much fun bullshitting. I like getting you guys on and just kind of bullshitting in the comments, having fun. Talking about what you guys want to talk about. Like I don't have to lead conversation. You guys do a good job of like talking about things I like to bring up, and then we go from there. So it works out well. Oh, another thing that I wanted to talk about, and this is not cap related, but it's dope. And I saw that I got an email from the Hundreds earlier today, and they put out a Rocky collection, like Rocky Balboa, the boxer. Well, not like real boxer, but boxing movies, Rocky 5, I think they made like 7 of them now or something crazy. But Yeah, so they have some cool pieces, right? There's the caps I think are snapback, so it's not really cap talk, but they do have like the cool Rocky. They got the Rocky Win, like sweater cut off with the sweater underneath, which I thought was cool. I really like the Rocky jacket, like that he wears to the ring, was cool. But I think by bar none, I think the best thing that they have is the fucking Apollo Creed shorts, the fucking red, white, and blue fancy pants. Like those are, uh, I mean, I would rock the fuck out of them if I wasn't 9 million fucking pounds. Like for real, those are so dope. Like I really like them a lot. But they've got a cool collection. It's some of it's really pricey, but they've got. I've always liked the hundreds. I think they do a good job, and their stuff holds up. And they, not like super limited like Supreme to where it's like you can't get the shit. But yeah, they're dope. I really like them. Leon says they look like boxers. I don't. I'm gonna pull them up real quick on this side. They do have a 4-pin set, which I thought was cool. I don't know how the pins are gonna look. They kind of look chintzy to me. And it's always hard when you're like getting character pins. They're probably like those high gloss, like over like I don't even know what they just all fill. Like no, just one piece of metal with like a screen print or plastic piece over it. But yeah, they're all right. The pins are okay. But yeah, I really like the shorts. They have the Rocky beanie, which I think. I mean, I wear fitteds, but if I was a knit cap guy, I would rock that. And they got like a bunch of hoodies, some t-shirts and shit. And I mean they go deep. So like they have the Apollo Creed shorts, which I think are way outside, but they have like the Rocky shorts. I think it's a shame that they say the hundreds on them instead of Italian Stallion on them, but whatever. They have the Drago, the Ivan Drago shorts, and they got the Clubber Lang shorts. The Clubber Lang ones are just like very basic, like he wore in the movie. And they stay pretty true to the designs. I think they're cool. And like I said, Hundreds does a good job. They always do like really pretty solid embroidery stuff and like stuff like that. That's why I always kind of like them. I have a Hundreds cap that just says huge in big Chanel letters. I might bust that out at some point this winter. But yeah, God, I love that cap, and they always put out good stuff. So I saw that earlier today. I wanted to talk about it. But yeah, we're at about 45 minutes. Leon, yeah, $30 for 4 pins, which honestly is not that high. The way pins have gotten, and I'll be honest, I was almost this close to just doing a pin episode tonight, and I might do that next week if I don't come up with anything else. So yeah, pins are like a huge deal now. If you haven't been paying attention, pins have become a huge market, and pins go for, I mean, crazy money, but like just a regular pin now is $10 to $15. Like that's pretty commonplace. So 4 pins for 30 isn't really too terrible. I'm not surprised with that. Plus shipping, but I'm pretty sure like, oh yeah, I'm looking at it on the other screen. $120 plus will get you free shipping. And if you're spending $30 on pins, I'm guessing that's not all you're buying. Honestly, I loved going to their shop on Fairfax when I was in LA. They got a really cool shopping environment. I had fun there. I would definitely go back. But Fairfax that's a different world out there, so it's hard to compete. But yeah, so it's been about 45 minutes. I think I've talked about everything I was trying to talk about and probably more. So we're gonna call it an episode. How about that? So yeah, it's been fun. Does anybody have anything like stuff they want to bring up? I can talk about whatever. If not, we're gonna call it a wrap. Comments keep dropping out. Dank1 says that ECAP City posted a picture of the Drago shorts and their Russia cap. That's actually, when I saw those, I was like, oh, I would totally rock that. Like, I would do probably something very similar. But I'm also, I wear the China cap when I wear the City Walk South Park shirt, and like, I don't give a fuck. I don't necessarily intend to insult or offend anybody, but I think that shit is just funny to me. So I rock it, and I don't give a fuck. But yeah, that would be the combo I would go with if I got those. If I got any of this Ivan Drago stuff, and they have a shirt, I think. Yeah, they got an Ivan Drago shirt and the shorts. It looks like everybody got a shirt and short, t-shirt and short combo. And then yeah, the pullover hoodie with the short sleeve Win Rocky Win shirt. Dope. From what it looks like, the other color socks, not the white socks, but the other ones, the ones from Boston, they won 8-6, according to Kentucky Colin. Thanks for keeping us posted. They are up 3-1 in the series now, I believe. Yes. Okay, so shout out to the Red Sox. They look like they're in firm control over at Houston. Although Houston isn't playing bad, the Red Sox are a buzzsaw, I think, this year. They're gonna be a tough beat. Yeah, I think Sky, I think you're right. I think the AL is most likely going to be the ones that that end up winning the World Series regardless. I no hate on any of no hate on anybody in the NL, whether it be the Dodgers or the Brewers. I don't think either team is going to be most likely the Red Sox. I think the Red Sox came in ready to fucking roll. I mean, I could be wrong, and I honestly, if I had to root for any fucking team, just root flat out, if I was take out my White Sox allegiance and I'm just rooting, I would root for the Brewers, just because I know it's been a long time since they've won one, and I have fun when I go to Milwaukee and go to their stadium and shit. So I wouldn't mind them winning one. But honestly, it's only because I like the underdog. I like the team that I always like to see a team that hasn't won one in a long time win one, if they can. Which, I mean, it's the same thing basketball wise. Now it's been out on between Cleveland and I would love to see Portland win one, or fucking Sacramento or something crazy like that. I mean, I wouldn't mind if the Dodgers won. I honestly don't care who wins. I don't have a horse in the race. Unlike you, Mikey, I only have one team, and it's the White Sox, and we are out golfing. So, honestly, I don't have any claim to it, or horse in the race. I don't really care. I enjoy watching the game. Let's see. John Beer said something. Thoughts on the interference call? Okay, so I watched this in class. I believe I was still in class. If not, I was just about to walk out. And I saw the interference. Honestly, it could have gone either way. I would have been okay with it going either way. Obviously, I don't have a team that I'm straight rooting for, but I will say it seemed like it was more on the it was out of play, more or less. So to me, weird call. I don't know if I would have, but whatever. Like I said, that's a tough one to make. But we'll see. I think it definitely had a huge turn. Like that was the play that kind of made the game, and I think that'll be what people talk about going forward. Somebody else commented on something, and I read it, and then I was going to talk about. Oh, Dank One wants to talk about the Bruce Lee hats. We could talk about that. So the Bruce Lee caps came out. I really like the 1-inch punch one. I think that's cool because it's not super like kung fu-y, like Bruce Lee jumping through the circle. Like it's kind of or you don't know type of thing. And I kind of like those caps that are not full blast advertisements for, because I mean they've had caps for a while. I know they had a Be Like Water cap a while back, which is kind of dope. Same kind of principle where it's like, you know what that is. Leon says it's a homer for the interference call. I probably agree with you. I think it was, but like I said, I don't think it was like clear, super clear cut to the point where you know I'm up in arms over it. But again, it's not my team. I know Big Dave's got to be hurting. I'll tell you that much. But he's had a ring recently. I can't feel too bad for him. My team has only made, I think, the playoffs once since 2005 or some shit. It's been a long time. So I don't feel too bad for anybody who's won one recently. But that comes back to my last point. I'm always rooting for the team that I don't think will win. Like the one that or hasn't won one in a long time. Not necessarily that I don't think will win, but I always kind of like that. I like to see a team that, gets to win. Like doesn't necessarily has had a title, and it's even better when it's a team that like has never had one. John Beer says definitely not Jeffrey Meyer interference. Oh, like the Cubs dude? What the fuck was that dude's name? I know who you're talking about. Yeah, the Cubs interference guy. I don't remember what his name is. Bartman, yeah. Steve Bartman. Fucking I don't think it was as egregious as that. But yeah, I don't think I would have. It's whatever. I'm not going to get too much into it because I don't think ultimately it should have been that big of a deal. Like, but I mean, you're taking runs off the board, so I get it. But oh, he's talking about the little kid that reached over the wall and they called it a home run. Oh yes, I remember that. Isn't that like the game that like everybody, like that's why the rule got put into place, like that they could like challenge it or whatever? I could be wrong. I'm not a huge history buff like some of you guys. I know dumb Amish kid from Casey was like home run. HR. Colin says that he likes the Dodgers in their series, but he doesn't see him going anywhere in the World Series. Like I said, I don't think any NL team has got a shot at either AL team. Like I could be wrong, and I'm not Mr. Baseball, so I could totally be wrong, but I don't think. I mean, AL has just been they've been really strong here in the playoffs. Like both teams look hungry, so we'll see. I've been wrong before, and I know somebody will come on here next week and be like, "You were totally fucking wrong." That's cool though. Colin says the Reds. Yeah, the Reds haven't been in it in a long time. And it's too bad. The Reds have had a couple good teams, just haven't put the pieces together. But yeah, we're at about an hour. I think everybody's kind of tired. I know I'm tired. And we're well into Thursday at this point, Midwest time. It's 12:25 here. So yeah, let's call it a show. We can pick it up next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. The Reds aren't even the best red team. This is debatable, I guess. I know, Sky, you're a big Cardinals fan, so it wouldn't surprise me. John, that's funny. John's comment is someone would have to come out of their 20-year coma and explain the AL Leno situation. Yeah, that they've been shuffled. Milwaukee and Houston have both been shuffled around quite a bit as far as, when I was a kid, Milwaukee was an AL team, and it's weird. It's just really fucking weird. But yeah, I like the Brewers basically because I've had probably more experience going to more of their stadiums, so they would be fun. I would like to see Milwaukee win one. Like I said too, haven't won one in how long? I don't even know. Does anybody? Like I said, you guys probably know baseball better than I do as far as history goes, because I am not a stats guy. I do not retain that type of information. The beer juice rivalry. What is the beer juice? What is that? I don't even remember that. Milwaukee won the pennant in '82. Okay, so I was probably not born yet, or I was just being born. So not to date myself too much, but goddamn, it's been a long time. But yeah, I don't know. I think that'll be fun. But let's call it a show. It's been an hour. This is TFTV, where the caps are. I am the worst collector ever, Joe Lamatia. Thanks for tuning in with me, everybody. This has been Worst Collection Wednesdays. Just trying to have some fun. Didn't really go too crazy this episode, but just kind of bullshitted, shot threw darts at the board and kind of just hit wherever. But thanks, guys, for tuning in. I do love these shows, so I really had fun. I hope you guys did too, just kind of bullshitting and, commenting, doing your thing. Come back next week. We'll be on around 11-ish, I'm guessing, sometime around there. It'll probably be that way until I think I'll have one show, honestly. I'll have one show that'll be earlier, and I'll be in Disney World. So that'll be a weird show. I don't know if I'm going to do it from somewhere in Disney World, as far as a bar or from my hotel room or whatever, but I'll do that. And that won't be the Disney episode. The Disney episode's going to come before that, because I want to do that as I'm kind of getting ready. I'll pull out a bunch of Disney shit, clothing wise, as far as socks and pins, sneakers, you name it. I did get a couple sneakers from the new Disney collection, if anybody cares. I will say this: the Sorcerer's Apprentice ones, those are a luxury edition Vans. If you got the chance to pick them up and you're a Disney fan, those are the ones to get, I think. I also got the 80s checkerboard, they're on pastel-y type colors. I thought those are cool. More because they were 80s looking. They reminded me of my Disney. There's some cool like Mickey Mouse ones, like Mickey Mouse Club ones, and regular Mickey ones. Those were all right. But the Sorcerer's Apprentice highs, they're a nice shoe. But I'll bring those out like next month sometime. We'll figure about probably a month from today's show, 3 weeks, somewhere in there. I know I'm going to have a pin show. I might save the pin show, and I might do that like the same night as the Disney show, just because I think it'll be, although I don't want to do that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. If you guys got an idea or you want me to talk about something, you guys can always do that. I'm glad you guys are Myers. You're LA all day. 2 years ago, it was, Kansas City. 2 years before that, it was St. Louis. Pick one. Boston didn't win 108 on accident, Colin says. Yeah, I agree with that. They came in like a ball of smoke, and I'm not surprised that the Red Sox are doing as much damage as they were. They're a good team, and they've been a good team all year. But I think all four teams are pretty solid. I haven't seen any team like super shit the bed. I thought LA was out last night, and I was talking to Kentucky Colin about this before the show, and I thought for sure that they were dead to rights last night. I thought that they weren't going to come back. And then they ended up winning that game last night. And then I had a feeling once they won last night that would kind of ignite them a little bit. And they for sure came back, won today. So they're in the driver's seat of that series. But Milwaukee's not out of it yet. They're playing well. And the same thing, I think, Atlanta. Houston, the Astros could very well come back in that series too. So I'm not going to count out. I won't count them out. John, everybody's piling on Mikey tonight because Mikey's talking about how LA is his favorite. Yeah. Which is weird, John, because now he's not a Rams fan, which just kind of boggles my mind that like he's an LA fan, but he doesn't like is that right? Or do you like the Rams still? I don't remember. I don't think you do. I think you said you fucked the Rams after they moved. Oh, you are a Rams fan. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, at least the Rams part I get. The LA thing I don't get. Like being an LA fan, I don't understand that. But we did, we talked about this. You can root for whoever you want, Myers. I don't care. I'm just saying, like, it's hard to keep track of who you don't root for. Like, there's only a couple teams that I'm like, I know you don't like the Denver Broncos and shit like that. LA is the best city in the U.S. I don't know. LA's okay. I don't have anything bad to say about LA. Is it the best? I don't know. I don't know if they're the best city. But I haven't been to every city, so I guess, But that's honestly, Myers, Hollywood is not as dope as it seems like it would be. Like, Hollywood is okay, but Hollywood is not. I didn't have that much fun in Hollywood, honestly. I had more fun in like downtown LA, like I said, when I was shopping on Fairfax, stuff like that. Like, I mean, I had fun in LA. Like, I'm not hating on LA or saying LA sucks by any means, but like the best city, I don't know. I've never been to New York, so outside of like, I think I spent a day there when I was younger. I don't really recall. I know I liked Houston. Houston is a cool city. It's spread out it's not like on top of itself. Chicago's a great city. Chicago gets a bad rap for the violence, but honestly, if you're in the Loop, I mean, rich people shop there, the Gold Coast, that type of area. There's a ton of money in the city. So to act like it's all, riots and people shooting each other. And there's neighborhoods that are bad. I mean, especially like you go to the back of the yards neighborhood or, there's areas that I would just be like, I mean, the Wild Hundreds didn't get the name the Wild Hundreds for being tame. So I get it, but Utah is actually really pretty. I visited Utah. I think Utah's got some killer scenery. Colorado, I know that I've heard really good things about Denver. I haven't been to Denver in probably 25 years, 30 years. Probably 25, because I do remember Denver. I just don't remember like everything, but it was definitely before like, weed went legal and all that shit. So I don't know how it is now, but Idaho, I visited Idaho. I drove through Idaho, and there's not much in Idaho. JB says he loves Denver pre-weed. I really liked when I was in Denver. Phoenix was nice. Phoenix is just hot, man. Like I can't. My mom lives in Mesa, Arizona, which is, I don't know, 40 minutes or so from Phoenix. Maybe an hour. I don't even know. I haven't visited. Her sister used to live there. My aunt used to live there. So I think I went when I was 15 or 16, maybe even earlier than that. But Arizona is just hot. For me, it's just I actually don't mind it as much as the heat here, because at least it's dry and like you don't feel like you're like here on a hot day, or like Florida on a hot day. It's like you're swimming. Like the air is so moist. It's just like you can feel the water in the air. It's just crazy to me. So Arizona, at least it was dry. But I know when I visited, it was, I want to say 1995, 96, somewhere in there. And it was 123 degrees. It was like their hottest day on record. And I was like, the fuck this, man. Like, this is hot. And I laughed. It's snowing in northern Arizona. Well, you got the mountains there. So, I mean, that's like Colorado. It can be snowing up in the mountains. You come back down and it's normal. Let's see. Myers has got to go watch American Horror Story. I've only watched a few episodes of it. I was not blown away. A lot of people talk about how great American Horror Story is. I haven't gotten, and I like horror. I like horror shit. Obviously, like I'm rocking a Stephen King's It shirt right now, and like I'll be wearing Halloween shit for the rest of the month. Like I was loaded up to the point where I had a day last weekend. I pulled out all the Halloween shit. I was happy. Like, so I have a feeling that I'm going to be pulling out a bunch of shit. But yeah, so let's call it a wrap, because I just said it was going to be a wrap, and then I talked for another 10 minutes. And this is tough. Colin says Austin. Austin's a great city. Austin, Texas. JB says he's bummed Better Call Saul is done for the year. Yeah, that was a good end of the season, though. I thought that it was a little bit slow, but it was good. Mikey, I'm sure people know what you're talking about as far like American Horror Story is still watched. It's not like Big Brother. Like, for real though, you know what I mean. Big Brother is like on season 493, and I know you still watch it, but it's it's one of those shows that like it's definitely run its course for most people. And you can watch your shows, and I'm not gonna hate on anything you watch, because I watched some awful shows for very long, and like I still watch The Walking Dead, and I still think like every time I turn that show on, like I would say 4 out of 5 episodes, I'm like, this show's terrible. Why do I watch it? And then I just keep watching it. So, but I know a lot of people still really like American Horror Story. So at least you're like being normal, like with that. Now the Big Brother stuff, I it's neither here nor there for me. But I just I don't understand that. That's like this just watching Survivor over all those shows. But let's see. He's talking about this season is about witches and wizards. Now I know why you like this episode. Like you are a resident wand expert, Mikey. And I know that you'll be. I know you got in what you told me too, and I forgot already. Whose wand did you get today? What stick? You told me, and I already forgot. How did I already forget? I know it's not the Elder Wand, because I thought it was, and then you told me it was something else. But you never sent me a picture, so how would I know? The Walking Dead does have a new producer. From what I've heard, they want to speed up. They want to speed up the cycle on The Walking Dead, because like a lot of those seasons, man, they just drag. They drag and drag. And I think the real reason why, and I'll be honest with you, this is why I think it is. So those people who watched who've watched The Walking Dead from the beginning, you guys know the first season, like they get all the way to where they need to go and find out that like this is legit for forever now or whatever. Like, and it got really popular. So then they were like, oh, well, we just thought this was going to be like a normal AMC show where we do like 1 season or 2 seasons and that's it. But now it's like grown into this thing that it's like huge, and they got to like drag it out. So for a long time, every season it was like, fuck, this is boring shit. It's like watching my show. It just never ends. And then recently they got this new executive producer, and supposedly it's supposed to speed up the like material, so you're gonna like get through things faster. But yeah, every time I watch that show, I'm just like, man, this is the same shit every time. Like nothing new ever really happens, and I'm not overly entertained. I want to watch it just because I want to see what's next. That's like really and like I don't know why, but it's something that I should have probably given up a while ago, and I just haven't. But yeah, Better Call Saul was really good this season. But I liked Breaking Bad. I know Kentucky Colin got me hooked on that, or maybe I was watching that before. I don't remember. But I know we've spent many a night talking about Breaking Bad and now Better Call Saul. No, I did not watch any American Horror Story. I've watched like 3 episodes. I don't know what season they were in. All I know is that Kathy Bates was in it, but I hear she's in it all the time, so I don't know. Like that's the only thing I really remember about it. I was not excited. Yes, JB, yes. 24. That show was weird. Like that was a weird. That 24 show is bizarre. Like I never really got into it. It wasn't really my cup of tea. I'm more of a comedy guy. I like cartoons and things I don't have to really like think about. Just because like most of the time I'm thinking very hard. So I like my TV very superficial and vapid. So I'm more of a Bob's Burgers guy, or watch King of the Hill reruns, that type of shit. Not to say like I won't watch shows, but I just have to get into it. Mikey, you were talking about, let's see, more. No, I didn't get into that. All right, Myers, Bye. Thanks for coming. All right. But yeah, so yeah, JB, he never did go to the bathroom. He never did like, and like, well, I will say this: if it was a cell phone battery from like one of those Nokia phones, it doesn't surprise me because those things would last. I wouldn't be surprised if I still have a Nokia phone somewhere here with with battery life on it because those things would last fucking forever. My dad had one. You know, he worked for AT&T and was on call, so that he's had cell phones since like inception, and some of those phones, man, the battery life on them just makes me crack the fuck up because it just makes I look at our phones and I'm just like, how do we? And I know we're on our phones way more than, and it takes more battery life now, full screen touch, you know, everything, than it did back then. But holy fuck, like I remember, you know, my dad would charge his phone and he would use it and, you know, have it, and it would still be like, oh, 2-3 weeks later, it would, you know, he'd put it on the charger and he'd still be like, it's got life, like it won't die, I just gotta charge it more. But Colin's talking about he decorated his crib Halloween, I'm assuming. I'm totally digging the Halloween shit. I need to get to a pumpkin farm like stat. I need to get me some jack-o'-lantern supplies, all of that shit. It is my birthday this weekend. I don't normally advertise it, but I will be busy most of the weekend. I think I'm going to try to do this haunted, like it's like a Halloween flea market, which like goes all, like it goes from like 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. and I'll just go like later at night. But yeah, so I obviously have some reason to like this month, with it being like, you know, you're raised in America, you have birthday parties and shit. Not that it means anything now, but at the time, you know, you kind of get ingrained. So I always liked Halloween because, I mean, and my birthday was there, and Halloween is the shit. I love Halloween because, like, you can scare kids and it's okay. Like, their parents encourage it half the time, more than, I would say, even like 80% of the time. Parents encourage it. You don't have to buy presents, nor do you have to get presents. You don't have to like look impressed when you're getting something you don't want. You don't have to buy somebody something and then have them hate it and then you hate your life. I like that. Thanksgiving, obviously I go to Disney World for Thanksgiving now, so I don't care about Thanksgiving. Food is cool to me, but I'm fat. I eat like Thanksgiving every day. That's not like, not to be like, I mean, I'm just fat and I eat a lot. So Thanksgiving is not that impressive. 4th of July could be cool. I think I had more fun when I was younger with 4th of July because I spent more time blowing shit up. But I don't know. And then what else do you got? You got like a couple military ones that, like, I'm not gonna say nobody cares about, but like nobody like celebrates Labor Day, like to the point where it's like Labor Day, hooray. Like, I guess Easter, some people really like Easter. I don't know. Easter to me is, I don't even remember the last time I celebrated Easter. And I'm not like Jewish. I don't celebrate Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or anything. You got New Year's. New Year's would be cool. I had fun on New Year's when I was younger too. I think for the same reason 4th of July is fun, New Year's is fun. You could just blow shit up. Oh shit, Snake. Fucking JB killed his battery playing Snake. Fuck. Honestly, the thing I played Snake on the most was my TI-82 calculator, or TI-83, depending on how rich you were. We had, for those of you young enough not to know what the fuck we're talking about, all 6 of you, and I think it's Colin and me and probably like JB and one other person. I don't even know. But like, Snake was dope, right? We had Snake. I remember damn, what was the game? We had some game on our phones where like it was almost like choose your own adventure, but like you had to push numbers to like do certain things, and then like you'd always end up dead at the end. But we had that. I'm trying to think of what else we played on those fucking like phones and calculators, all that shit. And fucking shout out to our for the older people in here. Shout out to our math teachers that always told us you won't have a calculator in your pocket all the time. You won't be able. Let me tell you something I learned today. And yes, I know I'm probably behind on the times, but like I learned this today and I thought it was fucking dope. So I'm in this math class. I found out about this app called Photomath. You can literally just take a photo of this fucking, like, take a photo of a math problem and it'll give you the answer. And it'll give you all the steps on how to answer it. What do we, like, I understand that math is not for math. Like, math is more to, like, learn logic. I get that. But math in general pisses me off. Like, I am not the type to take a bunch of fucking instructions and follow them to the T. I am kind of like, I'm going to do my own thing and I'm going to get to the end and everybody's going to be happy, but it's not going to be necessarily the way I should have done things. So for me, math is fuck up. Yes, John Beard, it's called Photomath. Fucking download the app. It's free and it's literally just a camera and you just photo a fucking, like, I'll see if like I still have the last math problem that I pulled up. Yeah. So it just looks like this, right? And you just photo whatever, like, and that's the last problem I like photoed to get the answer. And then you just tap the red thing and you have like the full instructions of like how to do the fucking thing. It's the shit. Let me tell you, it is the fucking bomb. It helped me today so much because I suck at math. And I got to take pre-calc next semester and I'm not excited. But now we're way off topic and I've talked for 25 minutes past when I thought I was going to. That's all right. JB, your wife's a math teacher? I didn't know that. So she probably knows about Photomath. She probably already has that shit. Like, I'm not that she needs it. I'm just saying, like, she probably has to know about it, at least for schooling and stuff. But yeah, I learned about that Photomath shit, and I was like, I don't want to fuck. I don't even care. Like, I personally don't ever need to do math. I could just, I mean, they have, I don't know if you guys have seen the new thing on the phone where you can use it as a tape measure. Like, you can measure shit with your phone. You don't need a tape measure anymore. So to me, it's just one of those things where, you know, technology has gotten to a point where, like, so many things that we were told that we would have to remember, we don't have to remember anymore. And I'm not even talking about, like, the simple shit, like phone numbers, addresses, directions, that shit. Shit like Photomath. Like, someone came up with an app that registers every single number that it's been being photographed, not even written. This isn't even like punch it in, we'll give you an answer. It's like, just photo it. We'll just send you an answer. Here you go. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I'm going to call it a wrap. I've just been rambling for dumb shit for a while now. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. It's good talking to you guys, JB, Colin. I know there's so many guys on here tonight. I hope everybody had fun. And I'll be back next week. So we'll just pick it up next week. And I'll have something to talk about, but we can just kind of roll with it. Thanks again for coming on, spending some time with me middle of the week. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. And if you do, don't get caught. This has been the Worst Collector Ever, Joe Lamatia, on Worst Collection Wednesdays, on the only place to have such deplorable entertainment, Team Fitted TV, TFTV, where the caps are. Thanks for tuning in with us, and we'll see you next week.